What's your location?
The voice over the radio struggled to garner the attention of its recipient. The lead hunter stood atop one of the many condominiums that dotted the city. In the distance, unseen but heard, all was a mist of cries and curses as members of his kind fought against one another.
Sir?
The voice came through again. What took you so long? Zero finally responded with his now usual coldness.
Sir, what is your location?
I'm in the downtown district.
Where?
At the condominium located at point K3.265. Relay a request to Alia for pinpoint.
One moment. Please don't move, sir.
I don't see why I bothered to bring these guys with me, Zero thought to himself as he waited for the confirmation. They only seem to slow me down anymore.
I can see you now.
Good. Now fall back.
What?
You heard me. Have the men fall back and take out as many grunts as they find on the way back to the rendezvous.
Yes, sir.
Zero dialed in the channel to that of his associate group's leader. Crosshair, my unit has located the Maverick. Withdraw your troops.
Yes, sir.
Crosshair replied. Wait, Zero amended. What is the location of your closest sniper at point K3.65?
Vault in point K32.50.
Good. Have him stay behind. I'll be sure he has retreat before I am through.
I copy that, Zero Leader. Vault is all yours. Unit 5 Leader out.
Zero smiled with a sick amusement as he saw the reaction the target Maverick took to the hunter's retreat. He looked behind himself to see where Bolt was positioned. Zero could see Bolt's buster with its sniper attachment protruding from the window of a darkened room. It was a building behind and to the right of his own. Bolt, Zero hailed. The position shifted as the recipient of the call set up for communication.
Yes, sir.
Bolt answered. Do you have a visual on the target?
Confirmed.
200 meters away, the Maverick seemed to be communicating with his followers through a separate channel.
The target is stationary.
Good. I want you to fire a disabling shot into the target.
Yes, sir.
Affixed to Bolt's helmet was a visor. Overlaid upon it was a crosshairs, which displayed where the buster pointed. Once they were centered upon the subject Zero referenced, he zoomed in upon his target. He paused for a moment while he confirmed his aim, then fired. The target Reploid let out a curse of surprise and pain as the round hit his hip joint. That will be all, Bolt. Rejoin your group and return to base. Bolt disengaged his attachment and confirmed his part of the mission as successful, then gave his coordinates to Alia for teleportation. Zero leapt from the condominium. The crippled Reploid cursed at the struggle to rise to its feet, arcs of electrical current spewing from the ruptured metal exterior. This was followed by a loud grinding noise as the internal workings ran against one another, causing further damage. Zero seemed to fly through the air as he fell. He retrieved the Z-Saber from its mount and extended the blade. He landed on the street with a crushing force, creating a pothole and rippling cracks. The target Reploid struggled with its injury and neglected to notice the advance of his opponent. The Maverick turned to see Zero only a second before it found itself in halves that flew in opposite directions. Sparks flew as the now exposed inner workings of his lower torso spewed excess power to the point of the body that was no longer there. Zero walked over to where the target had landed. Please, it begged. Such a sorry state, Zero replied coldly. The Maverick held out its arms in submission as it exhibited its plea for mercy. It lay on the ground with its lower body severed diagonally from the waist. With fear in its countenance, it pleaded once more, Please don't kill me. I'll go quietly, please. Zero stood over it silently. His helmet cast a shadow over the greater part of his countenance, giving it a chillingly foreboding effect. His demeanor was that of a calm executioner who took pride in his work, treating his role of severing souls from their bodies as a refined art. The downed Reploid held out his hand. Zero swiftly snatched the appendage and swung it upwards, hurling its owner into the air. The Maverick screamed in terror as it flew, then Zero jumped vertically toward his helpless opponent. Shut up! He barked savagely as he decapitated the pacified machine. The screams were chillingly supplanted with the sound of electrical current still sending energy to and from the Reploid's severed head. Then in two swift movements of his energy blade, Zero sliced the airborne cephalon into quarters while vertically having the lifeless torso. As the mutilated body fell to the ground beneath him, he put away his blade and descended to the earth once more. Just like all the others, you will also be forgotten, Zero uttered coldly as he walked away from the scene of twisted metal and various fluids.